Hey everybody, it's Sam here from Sugar Spun Run, and today I'll be showing you how to make a super easy chocolate fudge. I've shared quite a few candy recipes on the blog, but this is by far the easiest one I've shared yet. This is a super easy homemade chocolate fudge recipe that only requires a handful of ingredients and basically no technique. Now, before you begin, the first thing you want to do is you want to have all of your ingredients prepped and you want to prepare a pan. Now, an 8x8 pan will work. I know many home bakers have one of those at their disposal, but the smaller the pan you use, the thicker your fudge will be, and I like to have a little bit of a thicker fudge. So I have prepared this is about a 5x6 inch square pan, and you're going, whatever you use, you could also use a bread pan. A 9x5 bread pan would work well too. So whichever you choose to use, you're going to want to take a piece of foil, line the pan with foil, and then lightly grease the foil with a little bit of butter. So once you have that prepped, you'll need to prepare the rest of your ingredients. The first thing we're going to need is 2 cups or 12 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate chips. Now, I really recommend using a premium chocolate chip for this recipe. I love Ghirardelli. These are Ghirardelli semi-sweet chocolate chips. If you use a brand that's not a premium brand, I have had problems in the past where the fudge doesn't set up properly. It's too creamy, it's too soft. So I really recommend that you use Ghirardelli chocolate chips. I don't often recommend a brand, but I really do think it makes a difference with this recipe. So I'm going to add these into a medium-sized saucepan. We are also going to add a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Make sure you do not use evaporated milk. You want it to be sweet and condensed. Evaporated will not work for this recipe. Now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter and 1/4 teaspoon of finely ground sea salt. That is everything you need in your saucepan for now, but you're also going to want to measure out 3/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract, or my preference, I really love using vanilla bourbon extract. Whichever one you use, you want to have that measured out and ready to go. So once you have everything combined in your saucepan, we're going to turn our stove top heat to low heat. And we are going to just stand here with our fudge and we are going to stir the ingredients together frequently until everything is melted. As you can see, I'm using a spatula to stir everything together. You can use a spoon instead, but I like the spatula because it allows me to just scrape the sides and the bottom of the pot as I'm going. This is going to keep the chocolate from cooking on the bottom of the pot, from getting too hot or seizing. You really want to keep all of the ingredients moving even though you've got it on a low heat. This is going to take several minutes, maybe even as long as 10 minutes to get everything melted, but I really recommend not turning up the heat higher than a low heat. If it gets turned up too high, then you could really end up scorching your chocolate, then you have to throw it all out and start over. You don't want that. So once our chocolate is completely melted and this is looking like a nice glossy fudge mixture, what we're going to do is we're going to actually turn off the heat and we are going to stir in our vanilla extract that we prepared. And make sure to stir this really well until it's nicely combined. And now we'll want to remove our pot from the stovetop and we're going to pour this fudge mixture into our prepared pan. And you're going to want to use your spatula to just smooth out the surface of that fudge immediately. You want to do this right away after pouring it, just so it has a smooth, even surface rather than a bumpy one. This easy chocolate fudge is going to need to cool for several hours before you can slice it. Now, if you want to leave it at room temperature, I'd probably give it at least 3 or 4 hours before trying to cut it. You can cut that time in half and speed things up by putting it in the fridge instead. That will be fine and it will help get your fudge ready to eat sooner. Now, once your fudge has completely set, we can remove that from the pan. Thanks to the fact that we lightly greased our foil, we're not going to have any problem removing the fudge from the foil. And I just like to use a large knife to slice this into bite-sized pieces. And that is all there is to making this super easy chocolate fudge. I hope you guys enjoyed today's recipe. If you try it out, please leave me a comment. I always love hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Hey, if you guys enjoyed today's chocolate fudge video, I would really appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up. Please make sure to hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. Also, if you enjoyed today's recipe, here are a few others you might like as well.